Welcome. Here with me today, I have Stephanie Ockerman, who is the founder of AgileSocks.com and is also the author of Mastering Professional Scrum, which I think is just a brilliant book. It's fantastic, full of great information about how to apply Scrum in your unique environment. So, welcome, Stephanie. Thrilled to have you here and thrilled to have you joining us at Scrum Day 2024.
Yeah, thanks. First I want to say I'm super excited that the timing worked out this year. Because I did want to be there last year, just the timing didn't work out. So I'm excited about this too. So a little bit about me. There's so many things we could say. But one of the things I think that's a little bit interesting about my journey is I did start my career in very traditional, plan-driven project management. And I did kind of the large scale, like big systems, cross-enterprise projects and programs. And that's kind of really where I got my start. And then when I discovered agility and Scrum, I was like, whoa, like this is how I try to do things, in this much more collaborative, what I now call common sense sort of way. And, that just kind of honors the complexity of the work that we're doing and the fact that we're trying to bring together humans who together can, get innovative and creative and solve problems, and just kind of honoring kind of those natural patterns and ways that work can get done. And so I was very excited when I discovered like, oh, wow, there's actual structure around working in a different way. And so, I still have those skills from when I was a traditional project manager. I'm a very organized person. I do like plans. I'm detail oriented, but I can also see the whole. So it's like I kind of I understand kind of all the different ways of working and kind of ways of being with it and what it's like to kind of find your way forward. I don't look at it as like a binary of like we either do waterfall or we do Scrum or some agile way of working. I think there's a lot of room in the middle. My whole thing is around like the work I'm kind of leaning more into right now is around leadership, like our own personal, how we're showing up, how we are navigating ourselves. And like, are we doing it from like a creative state or are we doing it from a reactive state? What are the impacts of that? What does that look like? And a lot of that work starts to then have us looking at our own internalized like biases and like beliefs and patterns that we may not even realize are there. And so like that's kind of what I'm starting to realize is that, we've spent decades, talking about agile practices, frameworks, tools, and we still struggle so much letting go of control. Letting go of like this hyper productivity, this perfectionism. We say things like fail fast. It's okay to fail. We fail and we learn from failure. But do we really believe that? Are we really like fully engaged in that? And so I think there's a lot of space in the work we're doing around the leadership side of it, and leadership having nothing to do with your job title. We're all leaders, and, understanding like, how do we step into our own leadership more powerfully, from whatever role that we are playing. And so that's kind of where it's a little bit about like my history and where I am today with it. But I do really love training. I love coaching, and I love just kind of like writing about these concepts and trying to create like some clarity in things that are not as, like yes, no, right, wrong, things that there's lots of nuance, and we need to be comfortable in the ambiguity. We need to be able to explore nuance, especially when, emotions may be running high. So that's kind of really where I'm at right now and what I get excited about and what lights me up in my current work.
I couldn't agree more with your take on the importance of leadership for agile teams. So there's a myth out there that leaders are not necessary for agile teams to succeed, and nothing could be further from the truth. Leaders really have a profound impact on the culture of the Scrum team and their ability to interact successfully with the larger organization. So I think it's fantastic that you're focusing in on that. So I want to ask you, we're thrilled to have you again at Scrum Day 2024, but what are you looking forward to most about Scrum Day?
Well, I mean, my first answer to that is being in person with other humans in that type of event. That is something for me. I still haven't really been to too many conferences in person, post COVID, wherever we are at with the pandemic at this point. So for me, like, I don't get the same thing from online interactions. There's, a difference when you can like go to an event and like sort of wander around and see what's interesting and, pick and choose like, oh, yeah, this is speaking to me right now, and meet new people, meet old friends. I'm excited to see some of the speakers who are going to be there because they're people that, I haven't seen in a while and got to hang out with in person. So I would say like very selfish reasons. That's what I'm, that's what I'm excited about. My other reason is as another selfish reason, I've never been to Madison. And a lot of people have told me I will probably really like it. And I'm kind of a traveler at heart. And so I love having like excuses like this to come visit a new city and explore it, especially when there's some local guidance around, like what to do or what makes the city special. So that's definitely like another thing I'm looking forward to.
So it's really the perfect city, and there's just so many beautiful things to do here. You can check out the lake, you can check out the arboretum, just lots of great things to do here in Madison. So I wanted to say I'm looking forward to seeing you here at Scrum Day. We're doing a lot of great things this year. I think there's going to be a lot more interaction this year, and I'm very excited to have this group of speakers that we're bringing together. So get your tickets today at www.scrumday.org. And Stephanie, I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, me too.